It is given that the tuning fork of frequency 328 Hz is moved towards a wall at a speed of 2 meter per second. An observer standing on the same side as the fork hears two sounds, one directly from the fork and other reflected from the wall. The number of beats per second is, velocity of sound is given as 330 meter per second. So if you are just considering a source over here, and the source of sound is moving towards a wall with a velocity, take it as v, which can be represented by a reflecting surface, and at the same time an observer is over here on the same side as that of source. So this observer will be able to hear two sound, one sound which is directly coming from the source, another sound wave which is reflected from this wall, and the observer is observing this. So our aim is to find out what about the value of beats frequency observed by the observer. So because of the source which is moving away from the observer, we can write, let's say, frequency heard by the observer is v1. As the source is moving away from this one, the apparent frequency we can take it as actual frequency into c divided by c plus v. And to observe the frequency of reflected sound, we can just consider that the image of, we can just consider that reflecting surface is like a mirror. So the image of the source will be inside the mirror, and the source appears to be moving towards the observer over here. So we can write the equation for apparent frequency of reflected sound, that is n naught into c divided by c minus v. So our aim is to find out what about the value of beats frequency, which is the difference in frequency, which is n2 minus n1, which is equal to n0 into c divided by c minus v minus n0 into c divided by c plus v. So we can write this is n0 into c into 1 divided by c minus v minus 1 divided by c plus v, which can be written as something but n0 into c into 2v divided by c square plus c square minus v square. Now if the value of v is much less than that of c, then we can neglect it. So this can be written as approximately 2 n0 into cv divided by, if you are neglecting the value of v square, we can add c square, so this c and this one get cancelled. It is approximately 2 n0 into v divided by c. According to the given information, we can raise 2 into, it is 328 into v is given as 2 divided by c, which is 330, which is equal to, this is around 3.9, or we can approximate as beat frequency is equal to 4.